Hi guys. All right, you know that I have no makeup on because my nose is bright red and I look like I just woke up. That's because I did. It is currently 4:57. I wake up early Monday through Friday because I teach kids online. Yeah, it's a whole thing, but I love it. If you are interested ever in teaching English to kids in China, just drop me a comment below and I will give you all the details. But anyway, that's not what we're here about. We are here today to play with the Wet n Wild Pump Makeup Blocker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put on a full face. And by full face, you just have to know that full face is, to me, a very different thing than like a whole done up thing. Let's put it on and then I will check in at the end of the day and after I've worked out and everything and tell you how it's gone. So here we go.
Cat ears on, check. First we're going in with the BB cream. I just went in, dotted this on my face. It is a bit of a liquidy consistency and I didn't use a ton. I would probably recommend using a little bit more if you need more coverage. This shade was a little light for me, but it worked out all right. And I of course used my hands, but you can use a sponge or a brush, whatever you prefer. Just blend into your face. Next up, I'm going to be using the color corrector. I use this under my eyes since I have darker spots under my eyes, and this color actually helps it. I use my finger to blend it out, which is fine, and you can use that or a brush, but I always prefer my finger to warm the material up. My nose is always red, so I put more there. Then I go in with some setting spray and a sponge, and what I find that this does is really helps it blend into anything else you have on your face. And you don't have to do it, but this is a good way for me to blend it all out. Next up, I'm going to be using the blush stick. This was a very neutral color. I initially was going to use a brush and use it, but then I just went in on my face. I was a little concerned about moving my base layer, but it worked out okay. Obviously I did both sides, and there was quite a bit of blush, which was fun to see. If you're interested in how much, I can always let you know below. So I just used my fingers like I did for everything else to blend this out. I found that it was better at blending than with a brush. The sponge again helps it all blend in together. Next I put the lip balm stick on, which was the most underwhelming thing that I have bought and used in a while, so I do not recommend at all. Then I went in my eyebrows. This is not part of the collection, but it is Wet n Wild, and it's okay besides the fact that it fell apart. I tend to only line the upper part. That gives you a little bit more of a natural look, and since my brows are pretty defined already, I don't need much more. My only issue with this was that my fault, I bought the wrong color. It's too light, so just be warned, get the right color or you look a little bit ridiculous. I have no idea why I just did that on the top of my face, but we're going to just go with it, right? Boy Brow by Glossier. I like a gel to set my eyebrows, but you can use anything that you have. And then the highlighter, which was actually my favorite part of this entire collection. Again, I'm using my hands to kind of go in. And I did find that the sheen was really perfect. It was natural and it blended in smoothly, and it really made me look like I had a dewy, fresh face, which is exactly what I wanted. Next up is the eyeshadow stick. This is supposed to be super long wearing, and let's just say I don't think it is, but I went in on both eyes. It's a champagne-y color, so it's not going to be super noticeable. And yeah, you'll see at the end of the video how I liked it though. I tried this Joa eyeliner in brown, and it goes on pretty smoothly and I do like it, but it did not have the staying power that I was looking for. I also used the MAC angled brush to kind of blend it out. So then I went in with the Wet n Wild 3-in-1 tubing mascara. It's one coat of the black stuff, then one coat of the fibers, and then another of the black stuff, the mascara.
Alright, so this is our finished look. So far I do like it. Honestly, my first impressions are this thing, I don't think it's worth it. That blush, it didn't go on very easily. And I mean, it's supposed to give you kind of like a barely there. I think it's called Healthy Glow. I just don't particularly love blush sticks unless they're super creamy, just because you're gonna be doing a lot of tugging on your skin and on your base. This is not from the line, this is Wet n Wild though, and it's not good. And I'm so tempted to go in with something else to fix it. The only thing that was not Wet n Wild was the eyeliner, which is Joa. And I like this. It's got a nice pull to it, not hard. But yeah, I would say my favorite thing so far is this base. I don't particularly love the corrector, but I didn't mind the highlighter. I thought that that actually gives you a better healthy glow than the other, and it goes on pretty smoothly. So I will give you my final thoughts at the end of the day, and we'll see how it wears. I'm going to wear this throughout my workout, and I'm not gonna set it just because I don't always set it. And let's just see how it wears. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, I'm checking in. I am currently at work and I wanted to do, let's see, this is about an 8-hour check-in. The benefits of being up since 4 in the morning are that you can tell when your makeup is wearing off earlier in the day. But yeah, so everything looks okay. This is where I have a zit, and you can see that it's worn off there. I also rub my nose a lot, just because I was sick a little bit ago, and I don't know, I just rub my nose. But let's look at the rest of it. So I don't find that the concealer did too much. This shade for my eyebrows is too light, I'm noticing now. It's a really light coverage, and I didn't put a ton on, but you are starting to see kind of the blemishes poke through, and it's not nearly as glowy as it was. On a side note, that highlighter actually is still there. So this was the highlighter and this is the eyeshadow, which is supposed to be long wearing, and I don't know if I find that to be true. It seems like it's rubbing off, but to be fair, I've been rubbing my eyes a lot today, so my eye shadow stuff, if it comes off, that's kind of my fault. But yeah, so I'm not gonna say that I'm like, oh my god, this is the best stuff ever, but I also don't think it's terrible. And the best thing about lighter coverage is that throughout the day, if it does come off, if and when, because they all do, right? You don't look like your face is falling off, so that's always a plus. So I will check in after I work out, which is at the end of the day, and see how it wore, because that's what it's supposed to do. That's the true test. I'm not too optimistic it's gonna look wonderful, but we'll see. All right, bye. So this is me post-workout, like directly after. It wasn't super heavy cardio, but it was enough that I was sweating, my hair is sweaty, and I think it's come off a lot. I don't know if this is sweat or the highlighter, but I'm gonna turn on the studio lights when I get home and let you guys see what. Another day, another fuzzy sweater, and I am back to check in the final time for this, what is it called? Wet n Wild Pump Makeup Blocker. That's a problem if I can't remember it. First off, Pump Makeup Blocker. I get the makeup blocker part, I don't get the pump part, but whatever. So here is my final check-in, my final thoughts. So one thing that I can say for sure is that the highlighter has stayed in place pretty well. Maybe not so much on my cheek. Well, I guess there's still a little bit of a glow there, but definitely on my brow bone. I'm just gonna zoom you guys in so you can see what I see. Okay, so we see that it definitely fell apart there. The coverage on my zits that I just apparently have right all over there. I do actually still see a little bit of glow there. Oh, see, look at that. The eyeshadow is kind of gone, but I'm not gonna give that the final verdict because I have been rubbing my eyes all day. My contacts were driving me crazy today, so that's on me. I think it's pretty much gone. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna go get a makeup wipe and just take like a wipe and see what I see on my face and see how much is left. Okay, so we have a makeup wipe. I'm gonna zoom you in. Let's try. I assume there's gonna be something. Yeah, so can you see that? There we go. But not a lot is coming off. I guess you can see more redness as opposed to that side. Now, to be fair, again, I didn't cake it on. I don't do that, so I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, So I think it's pretty clear that you can tell that I still have some coverage on this side as opposed to this side. Now, final thoughts. Would I recommend this little weird contraption? Honestly, no. It held up all right, but at the same time, I have like 18 other foundation BBCC type creams that hold up just as well. So while this is, I think it's $8.99, it's relatively cheap, and you do get 1 fluid ounce, so it's standard. It's cheap because it's Wet n Wild. But I don't think the coverage was that great. I didn't think it blurred better than other things that I have. And it held up all right. Like we do see the difference, right? Yeah, I see it. I don't recommend that you just drop everything and go out and get this, unless you have some weird fascination with Wet n Wild BB cream. I am okay with it. What I do really like is this silly, weird highlighter. I wouldn't say buy it for this, but it lasted. Like I might reach for this again, which is odd. So this duo thing, now you have a lot of different options that you can get with this. I got the blush stick and then the lip balm. No, just no. Neither did anything. I mean, you saw the blush in the beginning, but it didn't last any better than a million other things I have. So I'm back. Sorry, my memory card ran out of space mid me wrapping this up, so I'm back and I think I know what I was saying. One thing that I'm gonna keep trying is this eyeshadow stick. I do think it will last longer because I did a little swatch on my hand last night and it was there, like it might still be there. Well, it's not, but it was there a lot longer and I just was rubbing my eyes today, so that's not its fault. So that is my final thought. I say it's not worth, I mean, it's not expensive, but it's not really worth you going out and getting it unless you just have something for liquid foundation from Wet n Wild. It's not even foundation, BB cream. This is kind of fun to play with though.
I mean, like, I kind of just want to play with it all day.
I think it's a really cool idea and I think it's fun, but I think if you really want to stand up to the test of people working out, like, I'm sorry, but it's gonna need to stay on before I even work out. And I work out 5-6 days a week, so I feel like I am a pretty good test of if this is true or not. Anyway, I hope you liked it. Definitely, if you stayed this long, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe below. All right, bye guys.